What's going on, guys? My name is The Rose, and today we are going over these Vanguard decks. Now, I already started this video once before, but I was using the Elgato screen link, which, of course, uses my internet. And my internet decided to crash, which then caused screen link to crash, which then caused OBS to crash. So every bit of this recording I had done is now gone, so I am starting over. So yeah, you can see this deck. I already opened it. This is the first deck. This is Yu Kondo's Holy Dragon deck. We're going to put that up to the side because we're going to be opening that one first. This one is Danji Momoyama's Tyrant Tiger deck. That's going to be the second deck. The third deck is tohya ebata's this is the Apex Ruler deck. This deck here is Megumi Okura's deck, and this is the Sylvan King deck. And this is the fifth deck. This is Tamari Seto's. This is the Valkyrie deck. Focus. This is the Aurora Valkyries. I just had to zoom in there just to make sure I read that right. So these are all the decks. I'm going to do them in order from 1 to 5. And so we're going to zoom in a little bit. Quite like this. So let's get these cards out. Now, of course, every deck comes with a playmat. And the playmat has the QR code on it to get the manual, because you don't get manuals with these anymore for whatever reason. I don't know why they don't give you a manual anymore, but they don't. So yep, this is the deck. So let's take a look at it. Well, I'm going to be recording this in zoomed in as possible, so I can read the cards and whatnot. So this card, this is the first one here. This is a grade 3. This is Chakrabarthi Divine Dragon Nirvana. Activate Vanguard Circle once per turn. Discard a card from your hand. Choose a grade 0 from your drop zone and call it to a rearguard circle. Auto Vanguard. When this unit attacks, counterblast 2. And this unit and all of your units with the OverDress ability get plus 10,000 power to the end of the turn. And there are, of course, 4 of this card in the deck. This is your main grade 3 unit. The next one is Maiden Ray. Auto. When this card is rode upon by Chakrabarthi Divine Dragon Nirvana, you Soul Blast 1. Search your deck for up to 1 Virena. Reveal it. Put it in your hand and shuffle your deck. Continuous Vanguard Rearguard. During the battle, this unit attack. This unit gets plus 2,000 power. So, and of course, there are also 4 of this card as well. There should be anyways. 3 and 4. This one here is Maiden Ray. Auto, when this card is rode upon by Maiden Ray, search your deck for up to 1 Trick Star. Call it to a rearguard circle and shuffle your deck. Continuous Vanguard Rearguard Circle. With this card, during the battle, this card attacked. This unit gets plus 2,000 power. And again, there's 4 in this deck. So this is your ride chain, by the way. This card is called Surprise Egg. It's a grade 0. Auto, when this card is rode upon, if you went second, you could draw a card. So that's a pretty neat effect. It's a going second effect. And there's like one of those in the deck. So that's your ride chain. You're going to start with Surprise Egg. You're going to go into Maiden Reno, Maiden Rayu, and then Chakrabarthi Divine Dragon Nirvana. Excuse me for sounding nasally. I just had a sneezing fit. Very, very heavy on the pollen where I live. The next card is Fire Slash Dragon, Inferno Sword. Continuous rear guards. During the battle this unit attacked, it gets plus 2,000 power. This is another grade 3. And there's 3 of these in the deck as well. So those are that's going to be like your secondary grade 3. Next one is Virena. And this says OverDress Trickstar. You may place by stacking it on the specified unit instead of normal calling it. Oh no, when this unit is in overdress state, attacks a Vanguard. This unit gets plus 10,000 power to the end of the battle. Then, Soul Blast 2, choose one of your opponent's rear guards and retire it. So that's a pretty good card. Grade 2, 10,000 power. There's only 2 of these in the deck, I believe. Which is kind of a shame. Oh, wait, nope, there's 4. Okay. That's pretty neat. This next card has no effect. This next card is Iron Ball Dragon Anki Bowler. This is a grade 1 with 8,000 power. And there's quite a few of these in the deck. There's 3 of them. Yeah, this secondary pile is starting to be looking a little messy. Stay on the top of the card, please. Alright, this next unit is Escort Stealth Dragon Hayashi Kaze. This is your perfect guard. Basically, you can only have 4 Sentinels in your deck. Auto, with this card, when this unit is put into the guard circle, discard 1 card from your hand, choose 1 unit, and it cannot be hit until the end of the battle. So, of course, there are 4 perfect guards. If you don't run 4 perfect guards in a deck, I don't know what you're doing. The next one here, this is a grade 0 Trickstar continuous effect. This unit cannot be chosen by your opponent's card effects. So this card is unaffected by card effects. It's a grade 0, but it's only got 5,000 attack power, so really it's not going to do much, for you. And this is your overdress unit. Now we're getting into the triggers. This is your overdress over trigger. And you can only have 1 unit with an over trigger in your deck. When revealed as a trigger, remove that card, draw a card, choose 1 of your units, and it gets plus 100 million power until the end of the battle. Until the end of the turn, rather. I'm sorry. If revealed during a drive check, activate an additional effect. The additional effect is choose 1 of your units, and it gets plus 100 million power to the end of the turn. And this card is Spiritual King of Determination, Albaria. So you can only have 1 of these in the deck. It's got 50,000 shield, so it's going to be a pretty good blocker. So there's that again. Only 1 of them, of course. Then we have Critical Trigger. Critical Triggers. We have Blaze Maiden. I want to say that's Zani. Blaze Maiden Zani. When revealed as a trigger check, one of your units gets plus 1 critical. to the end of the turn. Then choose one of your units. It gets plus 10,000 power to the end of the turn. So there should be 4 of these in the deck, probably. Critical triggers usually have 4. So let's see. There's 2, 3. Yeah, there's 4 here. Okay. This one here is your draw trigger. This one is Blaze Staff Monk Chukusha. That's Blaze Staff Monk Chukusha. When revealed as a trigger check, draw a card, then choose one of your units. It gets plus 10,000 power to the end of the turn. The draw triggers are nice. I quite like them. Yep. So you should have 4 of these as well. That's 2, 3, and 4. Here's another draw trigger. So it's gonna have the same effect. This one is Blaze Fist Monk Nico. So let's see. So this deck is running. Let's see. That's 7 draws. And then here's the heal trigger. The heal trigger is Blaze Maiden Ray. Let's see. You may only have 4 heal triggers in your deck, of course. Choose one of your units. This card gets plus 10,000 power to the end of the turn. If the number of cards in your damage zone is equal to or more than your opponent's, choose a card from your damage zone and heal it. So what you would do is you would send it to the drop zone. I don't know why it says heal it. It should just say send to the drop zone, because that's what you would do with it. Obviously, you're going to have 4 heal triggers. So that's so far. You have the 1 over trigger, 4 critical triggers, 7 draw triggers, and 4 heal triggers. That's a 16 trigger deck. And then we have this card here. This is a grade 2 with this card doesn't have power. What? Yeah, this card doesn't have a power stat on it. That's weird. This card is Sunburst Evolution. Play this with Counterblast 1. Choose one of your units and it gets plus 5,000 power until the end of the turn. Choose a Virena from your drop zone and put it into your hand. Interesting. So it's a grade 2, and there are, looks like 4 of them. Nope, there are 3. So there you have it, folks. That is your deck. Let's just go over it again real quick. We'll zoom all the way back out. So we have 3 of these. We have 4 heal triggers. We have 7 draw triggers. 4 crits. We have the over trigger. We have 4 trick stars. We have 4 sentinels. Those are perfect guards. We have 4 Virenas. 3 fire slash dragons. The surprise egg. 4 rhinos. 4 Reyes. And 4 divine dragon. 4 divine dragon Nirvanas. So there's your deck. That is the first one. So we'll get this back in the box. And we'll continue on with the next deck. Alright, so that's deck number 1. So we'll put that off to the side. Deck number 2 is the Tyrant Tiger deck. This is Danji Momoyama. So we will open her up. We'll try not to rip these boxes because I want to put these cards back in the boxes. Okay, so we have cardboard, of course. Come on out. There we go. And of course there's your there is your playmat right here that comes with every deck. Again, I started this recording before using my computer and whatnot, and that didn't go over too well, so So this is the second deck. And, yep, this is Tyrant Tiger. And these decks are double wrapped, which is good for protection, but whoever thought of wrapping the cards a second time this way really didn't think things through, because you could, if you're not careful enough, you could actually rip the card, the back card that this is wrapped around. So you gotta be really careful when I'm doing this plastic here. I didn't even get it all off. That's a problem. Come on. Yeah. Almost got it. Got it. Okay. So this is the Tyrant Tiger deck. So we'll be zooming in again, doing what we did before. Alright, so, whoa. Alright, this is the Tyrant Tiger deck. This is the holographic card. It's a grade 3. This card is called Diabolos Violence Bruce. Diabolos Violence Bruce. Auto Vanguard Circle. At the start of your ride phase, your final rush, specific units get a power up when you are in final rush. Activate when this unit attacks. If you're in final rush, Soul Blast 5 and stand all of your front row rear guards. Okay, so that makes sense now. I didn't recognize the symbol at first. So, being your main unit, there's going to be 4 of these. This is your main grade 3. It seems like these starter decks are going to be running 7 grade 3s. 5 grade 0s, not, 21 grade 0s if you count the triggers. Or 21, yeah. So the next card is called Diabolos Anger Richard. Activate when this unit is placed. Put a rear guard into your soul and draw a card. So this is when it's placed in the Vanguard circle. Put a rear guard into your soul, draw a card. Activate if you are in final rush. This card gets plus 5,000 power. This is a grade 2. So there should be 4 of these, I would imagine. This deck is running seemingly only 8 grade 2s, I believe. These decks are running that. Next up is Diabolos Bad Steve. Diabolos Bad Steve. Activate when this unit is placed on the Vanguard circle. Choose a card. Choose a card from your soul and call it to your back row. Center rear guard. And soul charge 1. Continuous. If you're in final rush, this card gets 5,000 boost. So that is... So basically, this is your Forerunner. This is the card that's going to trigger your Forerunner. When you ride over your starting unit, you could place it behind you. So this card is the... This card is the grade 0. It is called Diabolos Innocent Matt. Auto. When this unit is rode upon, if you went second, draw a card. So it seems like all of these decks are going to have that going second effect. So that's pretty nice. Gives you a nice incentive for going second, I guess. Next we have Time Fissuring Fist Colossus. This is a grade 3. Let's see. Auto. When this unit is placed on Vanguard Soul Blast 1, then if you are in Final Rush, Counterblast 1, and this unit gets plus 15,000 power until the end of the turn. So this card get quite a boost. Probably 3 of these in the deck. Let's see here. 1, 2, 3. Is that the same card? Yeah, so there's actually 4 of these in this deck. Okay, I was making sure there was no card stuck to that one. Alright, so the next card is Grade 2. It is called Icicle Einizer. This card has no effect. It's a 10,000 beater. So, let's see, we have 2, 3 of that card. The next one is Grade 2. This card is called Steam Gunner Brody. Activate when this card is put under the Vanguard Circle, Counterblast 1. Add this unit gets plus 5,000 power until the end of the battle. Alright, so there should be... Let's see how many of these. 1. It's the same card. Yes, so 2. 3 of these as well. Okay, so the next card is called Acrobat Presenter. So it's an activate, or it's an auto skill. When this unit attacks or boosts, if your Vanguard is a Diabolos Violent Bruce, Soul Charge 1, and if you do, if you are in Final Rush, Soul Charge another one. So this is a auto rear guard, auto rear circle. So this is 1, 2, probably gonna have 4 of these. Yep, 3, 4 of these. All right, this is another Grade 1 7K beater. This is called Psychic Prima Miranda. This is your Sentinel. So I already went over how that works. I don't have to go over it again. This is your perfect guard. So there's gonna be 4 of these as well. Every card's going to have one of these in it. The Spiritual King of Determination, Albara. This is your over trigger, so I guess that's just going to be in every deck. So I went over it once, don't have to go over it again. Critical trigger here. This is called Diabolos Girls. Diabolos Girls My. And we already went over how the triggers work, so I don't have to go over those again. So let's see. This deck is playing 1, 2, 3, 4 of these triggers. Your draw trigger is Diabolos Boys Jake. That's your draw trigger. We don't have to go over the triggers, so you already know how the triggers work. We got 4 draw triggers here. Looks like all... Oh, look at that art. Looks like all of these decks are going to be playing 7 draws. This one is Diabolos Officer Kilan. So there should be... How many here? 1, 2... let's see. 3 of them. And your heal trigger. Your heal trigger is Diabolos Girls Ariana. And of course there are 4 of these. Yep, 1, 2, 3, and 4. And then this unit doesn't have an effect. It's just called Brother's Soul. It's a Grade 1 unit. And all you do is Soul Blast, or Soul Charge, rather. So you Soul Charge 2 with this. And there's 3 of these in the deck. Alright, so... Whoa! Almost bent my new card already. Alright, so we have 3 of this unit. The Brother's Soul. We have 4 Ariana. This is your heal trigger. We have 3 Killan. That's the draw trigger. Brothers Jake. There's 4 of those. Mai. This is your crit. This is your overdress, over trigger. You have 4 of this unit. And you have 4 of these, 4 of these, or 3 of those. 3 of this, 4 of this. This is your main grade. This is your grade 0 that you're going to want to run. And this is your main grade 1, your main grade 2, and your main grade 3, and of course the holographic card. So that's that deck. And yeah, I don't really know what deck I'm going to like more until I look at them all and maybe get to mess with them, you know, a little bit. There is a, there is a local hobby shop near me that, it's like a gaming store and whatnot. They do card games and stuff there. They have a lot of tables. People go there to play cards and stuff, so maybe I could go there one day and... Oh, excuse me. Yeah, maybe I could go there one day and see what's up. So this is the Apex Ruler deck. So, let's get into this one and see what these cards are. So, unlike the Holy Dragon deck, the Tyrant Tiger deck seemed to be a archetype, or an archetype, whatever you call it. I think it's pronounced archetype. Is the Diabolos archetype. So I'll probably play those. I'll probably start with those. Of course, here's your deck. Dropping all the fucking cardboard on the floor. Let's zoom this in just a little bit. Alright, so the first card for this set is called Apex Ruler Bastion. Continuous Vanguard circle during your turn. All of your grade 3 units get plus 2,000 power. Auto, once per turn. At the end of the battle that you drive check reveals a grade 3. Discard a card from your hand. Choose one of your rear guards and stand it. And it gets plus 10,000 power to the end of the turn. So, it sounds like it's a good deck for stand triggers so far. This is your main grade 3. There are 4 of them, of course. Alright, grade 2. This one is called Knight of Heavenly Spear Rooks. Rooks? Yeah, that's an R. Looks like an R. Activate. When this unit is rode upon by Apex Ruler Bastion, reveal 3 grade 3 cards from your hand and draw a card. Continuous. During your turn, if you have 3 or more grade 3 cards, this unit gets boost and adds 5,000 power. So this is the second effect is a rear guard effect. And there are, of course, 4 of these, I would imagine. Yes, sir. Next is the Knight of Heavenly Sword Fort. When this unit is rode upon by Knight of Heavenly Spear Rooks, let's see, reveal 2 grade 3s from your hand. Reveal the top card of your deck. Call it to a rearguard circle. If it is a unit card, and put it into your drop if it isn't. Okay, so if it's a unit, I could play it. If it's not a unit, like one of those other cards that, one of the cards that doesn't have a boosting power or a attack power, then I put it in the drop zone. Activate. rear guard. Once per turn, counterblast 1. Choose one of your grade 3 vanguards, and it gets plus 5,000 power until the end of the turn. So that's not a bad card. So you should have 4 of these as well. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Here's your grade 0. It's going to have the same effect. This one is Knight of Heavenly Bow base. When this unit is rode upon, if you win second, draw a card. So all these units, I guess all these decks are going to have one of those units. This one is a grade 3. This is Vehement Witch of Ramana. Probably pronounced that wrong. Activate. When this unit attacks, counterblast 1. And this unit gets plus 5,000 power to the end of the battle. I tell you what, man, these counterblast effects are pretty cheap. The old Vanguard style, the old Vanguard cards, you know, for something like that would cost you like at least 2. Or if you only counterblasted 1, you get maybe 2,000 power at the most. Let's see, this one is Knight of... Let's see, Knight of Broad Axe Refuke? I can't pronounce that. Let's see, activate. Put this unit into your soul. Put this unit into your soul. Choose one of your grade 3 rear guards, and it gets plus 10,000 power until the end of the turn. So you got 1, 2, 3 for that unit. This one has no effect. This is called Shadow Bow Archer Lizana. This is a grade 1, 8,000 power with no effect. There's 1, 2, 3, that card. Here we go. Have another grade 1. This card is Platinum Wolf. Activate and Soul Blast 2. This unit gets plus 5,000 power to the end of the turn. So you have 1, 2 of that card. Only 2. Guess you don't need any more than that. This is also a grade 1. This is the Life-Saving Angel Corabiel. I'm pronouncing a lot of these names wrong. I know it. This is your Perfect Guard. So we don't need to go over this because we already know how this card works. Of course, you will have 4 of them. Would it make sense not to? And your OverDress trigger, the King of Determination. Here we have your critical trigger. Your critical trigger is the Knight of Heavenly Hammer. Gorgon. Or Gorgant? The Knight of Heavenly Hammer Gorgant. I'm pretty sure that says. So you have 4 crits. I'm sure this deck will also be running 7 draws. Although, honestly, this deck might want to consider running stand triggers. Or at least a couple of them. Your draw trigger is Knight of Heavenly Pierce Gallus. Knight of Heavenly Pierce Gallus. Or it could be Gallus. I got my Xbox on, so that's what that sound was. Somebody just signed in. Draw triggers. Right, draw trigger. Yep, draw triggers. The other draw triggers are Knight of Heavenly Rend Lif. Knight of Heavenly Rend Lif. Interesting card name. Oops. And your your heal trigger is the Healer of Heavenly Staff Arches. Okay. So you're going to have 4 of these, of course. 2, 3, and 4. And this is not a unit card, but you can use it. Focus camera. Camera. Alright, there we go. The hour of holy judgment cometh. The hour of holy judgment cometh. This is a grade 3 unit. Play with Counterblast 2. Draw 2 cards. Choose one of your units, and it gets plus 5,000 power until the end of the turn. And it gave me 1, 2, 4 of these. Yep, 1, 2, 3, 4. So there you go. Alright, so here we have 4 of the Holy Knight Cometh. We have your 4 heal triggers. You have your stand triggers. Here's, all 7 of them. Here's your critical trigger, your overdress over trigger. And these are your Sentinel perfect guards and then grade 1s. A couple of grade 2s here. Grade 3s, grade 2s. These are your main grade 1s, grade 2s, and grade 3s right here. So this deck right here, interesting, to say the least. No, I don't have any problems with this deck. We're gonna go through the next deck and see what the next deck looks like. So far, out of those 3, if I had to pick, I'd probably check out the Diabolos deck first. Then maybe the Holy Dragons. And then maybe that one. So this one is Megumi Okura's deck. This is the Sylvan King deck. So this one sounds like it's going to be like a plant-based nature kind of deck. So in the original Vanguard, I do like to run some Neo Nectars and stuff, so this deck might actually be right up my alley. And here's your playmat, of course. We're going to get rid of that. So here is the next deck we're going to go over. This is the Sylvan King deck. So let's get into it. This card right away has a lot of card text. This card is called the Sylvan Hornet Beast King Magnolia. The Sylvan Hornet Beast King Magnolia. Auto Vanguard Circle. At the end of this battle, this unit attacked. Counterblast 1. Choose one of your rear guards, and until the end of the turn, that card can attack from the back row and gets plus 5,000 power. If you Persona Road this turn, choose 3 rear guards instead of 1. Good lord. That's a hell of an effect. That's probably the best effect I've read on all these cards so far. And of course, this being your main grade 3, there's going to be 4 of them. This card looks interesting. We have the Sylvan Hornet Beast Lattice. When this unit is rode upon by Sylvan Hornet Beast King Magnolia, Soul Blast 1. Looks like Soul Blast 1, right? It might be 2. I think it's 1. Let me a closer look here. Yep, it is Soul Blast 1. Soul Blast 1. Reveal the top card of your deck. If it is a unit, you can call it to a rearguard circle, and if it isn't, put it into your hand instead. So either way, you're getting a plus on that effect. Auto back row rearguard. When this unit attacks a Vanguard, Soul Blast 1, and this card gets another 10,000 power to the end of the battle. Wow, I mean, this deck has sounded really fucking good so far. I mean, already, this might be my main out of these 5 decks. But we never know. Got to see what the rest of this deck entails. And then we got, one more to go through. This one is your grade 1. This one is Sylvan Hornet Beast Charis. When this unit is rode upon by Sylvan Hornet Beast Lattice. So this again is your ride chain. Let's see. You may reveal the top card of your deck. If it is a grade 2 or less unit, call the card through a rear guard. If it isn't, put it into your soul. Continuous back row, rear guard. During the battle this unit attacked, this unit gets plus 5,000 power. So again, this deck sounds like it would really benefit from stand triggers, because this deck can attack from the front and the back row. So let's see here. The next card. Next card is Sylvan Hornet Beast Latte. Let's see. Auto. When this card is right upon it for 1 second, draw a card. So this is your grade 0. This is the card you're going to start with. Here we go with another grade 2. I thought it would be a grade 3, but okay. This card is Seizing slash Mutant Brush Slash. This card has no effect. So we have 2 of those, I believe, 2. Let's see. Nope, this is the same card. Okay. 3 of them. Sylvan Hornet Beast Duger. Continuous. If this card... if you have 4 or more other rear guards, this unit gets plus 5,000 power. So that's pretty good. That's a basic, generic effect. You got 4 of those. We have Looting Pedal Stomalia. Activate once per turn, Counterblast 1, Soul Blast 1. And until the end of the turn, this card gets a boost. So this activates from the rear guard. It gets boost 5,000 power. And that is a grade 2 unit. So yeah, you could use this in the back row, and you can boost with it. So that's pretty cool. Grade 2s usually don't have boost. They have intercept. Intercept units are pretty good. They help defend the Vanguard. Here we have Knight of Friendship Cyrus. This sounds like it belongs in the other deck I just did. Activate. I believe activate rearguard once per turn. Soul Blast 2. Reveal the top card of your deck. If it is a unit, call it to a rearguard. If it isn't, put it into your hand. So again, you get a plus either way with that card. I'm actually really liking this deck. Not gonna lie, really liking this deck. Here's another set of grade 1. This one is called Hopeful Maiden Alejandra. Hopeful Maiden Alejandra. This is your perfect guard. So, of course, you will have 4 of these. And the King of Determination again, of course. Here's your critical trigger. This card is Sylvan Hornet Beast Jackalope. And the critical trigger effects are all the same. There's 2 here. We have 3. We have 4. Draw trigger here is Sylvan Hornet Beast Palater. So there should be 4 of these. And then your second set of draw triggers, because this deck is running 7 draws. This one is the Sylvan Hornet Beast Valen. Sylvan Hornet Beast Valen. Should be 3 of these. And your heel trigger for the deck is the Sylvan, Hornet Beast, Zetarog. There's a lot of words I really can't pronounce here. And of course, there's going to be 4 of these. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Yep. So 4 of these. And here's another grade 2. This card. There we go. I'm going to say this card had no name, but it does. This is Call to the Beasts. It says, Blitz Order can only be played when you would call a Guardian. Choose one of your units, and it gets plus 5,000 until the end of the battle. If you have 3 or more back row rear guards, it gets plus 15,000 instead. And there is only 2 of these. Okay. So I'm going to look through this deck real quick, because if this deck only has 4 grade 3s, that don't seem right. Alright, so this deck does only have 4 grade 3s. Now here's your heel triggers here, draw triggers, crit triggers, your over trigger, perfect guards. You have a couple of grade 1s here, more grade 1s. You got some grade 2s, grade 2s, grade 2s, grade 2s. There's your grade 0 for the deck. These are grade 1s, grade 2s, and then grade 3s. So this deck only has 4 grade 3s in it. That's a bit of a problem, because that means this deck is probably going to get grade stuck quite often. So this deck is in some serious need of grade 3s. Considering that all the other decks are running 7 or 8 grade 3s, I'm very surprised that that deck is only running 3. Or running 4. But it's got a lot of grade 1s and grade 2s. And because you can use cards to attack from the back row, maybe that's why, but I think that deck could use at least 2 more grade 3s. Whether it's 1 grade 3 unit and 2 copies of it or whatever. But this is the last one. This is Tamari Seto's Aurora Valkyrie deck. So we're going to get into this. This is the last deck. And then I think, based on the cards, I'm going to rate the decks from, first, second, third, fourth, fifth. So, let's see. Here is, of course, the playmat. And here's the deck. So, get this out of here. Piece of plastic. Alright, these are the Aurora Valkyries. This is the last deck we're going to go over today. And you can already see this girl's got a fucking giant weapon, it looks like. This card is the Aurora Battle Princess Seraph Snow. Continuous Vanguard. During your turn, if one or more of your opponent's cards are imprisoned in your prison, this unit gets plus 10,000 power. And if there are more cards are imprisoned, this unit gets plus 1 drive check. Oh, wow. So you could turn this card into a triple check. Activate Vanguard Rearguard once per turn. Counterblast 1. Choose 2 of your opponent's rear guards and imprison them in your prison. Put them in your circle zone that has a prison. I have no idea what that means. But it is a 13,000 attacker. This is the holographic for the deck. There are, of course, 4 of these. The next card. Ooh, look at that. Look at that art. How about that? Aurora Battle Princess. Reset Pink. Let's see. When unit is placed on a circle, your opponent chooses a card from their hand and imprisons it in your prison. If one or more of your opponent's cards are imprisoned in your prison, this card gets plus 2,000 power. So it sounds like this deck is all about screwing over your opponent. I don't know what the whole prison thing means. Fucking allergies, man. Anyways, here's your grade 1 for the deck. Your main grade 1, Aurora Battle Princess, Kyanite Blue. When this unit is placed, search your deck for up to one prison card, reveal it, and put it into your hand and shuffle your deck. Auto, when this unit is placed to the rear guard circle, if one or more of your opponent's cards is imprisoned in your prison, counterblast 1 and soul blast 1 to draw a card. So I imagine there's going to be some prison cards, I guess, for this deck. It's probably going to be the last cards I'm going to look at. Ooh, look at that art. Twin tails always win. And this is your starting unit. Same effect as the other ones. Aurora Battle Princess, Ruby Red. If you go second, draw a card. So, there you go. Here we have Alert Guard Gunner. This is a grade 3. Auto rear guard. When this unit attacks into a Vanguard, choose up to 2 of your opponent's rear guards and imprison them in your prison. So this card is 1, 2, 3, 4 copies. So another deck that's running 8 grade 3s. Again, I don't know why the Sylvan deck is only running 4. That just doesn't make sense to me. Next we have Security Patroller. Auto. When this unit is placed in a rear guard, Soul Blast 1, choose one of your opponent's rear guards and imprison it in your prison. Put it in your circle that has a prison. So this deck has 4 of these units. Looks like 4 to me. Alright, next up we have another grade 2. This one doesn't have an effect, 10,000 power. This is Jeweler Combination Julian. Jewel Combination Julian. And there's three of that card. Grade 1, we have the Autonomic Caution. Autonomic Caution. Jesus Christ. Continuous Vanguard Rear Guard Circle. If one or more of your opponent's cards is imprisoned in your prison, this card gets plus 2,000 power and 5,000 shield. I think I called a couple of these cards plus 5,000 power. I clearly meant shield. I goofed. That is my fault. I'm sure I'm going to get called out in the comment section for that. And there's 4 of that card in the deck. This is your Sentinel. This card is Craggy Beast Gergrand. Or Geargrand. Craggy Beast Gergrand or Geargrand. So there's going to be 4 of these, of course. Then here is your OverDress, Overtrigger again. Your critical trigger for this deck is the Aurora Battle Princess, Loris Yellow. So 1, 2, 3, and 4 of those. Your draw trigger is Aurora Battle Princess Amy Orange. So it's going to be 4 of these, I'm sure. 1, 2, 3, 4. Your second draw trigger is another Twin Tail, so this art fucking wins. Aurora Battle Princess Fronto Rose. Aurora Battle Princess Fronte Rose, or Front Rose. I read that wrong. I don't know why I said Fronto. I thought I saw it. Oh, the camera wasn't exactly focused. We have the grade 0 heel trigger, Aurora Battle Princess, True Screen, or True Screen. I have no idea how to pronounce a lot of these words. Yep, here are your prison cards. Wait a minute. 1, 2. 3. Oh, I see. They messed up. They put a prison card on top of the heel trigger. I thought it had 5 heel triggers. I was going like, what the fuck? Yeah, but they messed up. They put a prison card on top of my heel trigger. So this is the prison card. Galaxy Central Prison Galactus. Let's see. Auto. Oh man, this card's got a lot of text on it. Let's see. After a set order is played, put into your orders zone. Rest one of your units to play this card. Auto, when this card is put into the order zone, soul charge 3. Continuous order zone. When your opponent can normal call a rear guard, they can perform the following. Soul Blast 1. If they do so, they choose one of their imprisoned cards and calls it to a rearguard circle. Counterblast 1. If they do so, they choose 2 of their imprisoned cards and calls it to a rearguard circle. Okay, so that's how they can get their cards out of prison. They have to pay with their thing. Now, I'm surprised, since this deck is all about this prison thing, that it would only give me 2 of these. I would think they were doing more than that, but there is your deck. Okay, so here is your final deck. Here are your 2 prison cards, your heel triggers. Here's your set of draw triggers, your crits, your over trigger. Here is your perfect guard. You have a couple of grade 1s. Here's some grade 2s, stuff like that. The rest of your deck is here. Here's your starting unit. Here is your starting grade 1 you would want to use, your starting grade 2, and your main grade 3. I realized I did put these decks out of order. So I do not have the main deck monster in the window, like I normally would. But alright, so if I had to rank these decks, so if I had to rate these decks, you'll see them all from the side view. 5 decks here. If I had to rate them all, this is what I would do. I would put Tamara's deck in first. I think this deck can really mess with your opponent with the whole prison thing. I'm going to put the Sylvans in second, despite the fact that this deck is only running 1 set of grade 3s, at least that I can see. I went through the deck 3 times and only saw the 1 set of grade 3s. But this deck does give your cards the ability to attack from the back row, so you can have up to potentially 6 attacks per turn. That is absolutely wild. Let's see. This is the Apex Ruler deck. I would say the Holy Dragons I would put third. The Apex Rulers. This is close now. I got the Apex Rulers, and I have the Tyrant Tiger deck. This is a close call. I think I put Tyrant Tiger fourth. So actually, let me put them here. So there you go. So you can see them all on the screen. And I would put Apex Ruler last. Now, this is just by looking at the cards and what I can remember about them. So, Valkyries first, Sylvan King second, the Holy Dragons third, Tyrant Tiger fourth, Apex Rulers in last. That is my opinion as of right now. This could change, whenever I play the decks. But, yeah, guys, so this has actually been quite a long video. About an hour. Jeez, I didn't think this would take this long. Thanks for watching this video, guys. Check out the Derailed podcast every Sunday night, 9 p.m. Eastern Time, with an exception. This Friday night, special Friday night, episode 167 of Derailed. Check out the Patreon as well. Lots of stuff going up there this week. Lots of stuff went up there already last week and whatnot. So, Patreon is loaded with content, especially this month. So, you want to check that out. $1 gets you almost everything. $5 does get you everything. So, check that out, guys. It would be greatly appreciated for the Derailed crew. But until next time, guys, thanks for watching this lengthy video. If you're a Vanguard fan, give this video a like. Let's see how many Cardfight Vanguard fans there are. Do you have these decks yet? Do you have any of these decks yet? Which one's your favorite? Which one's your least favorite? Whatever. Leave all that in the comments below. Until next time, guys, my name is The Rose, and I'll catch your ass down the road.